the war with Iran having an impact across the world, reaching all the way to Norman. We talked with students here on campus. Plus, OU's fraternity chapter Sigma Phi Epsilon is closed. OU Nightly has the latest.
And your campus weather authority is tracking multiple days of severe weather ahead. I'll have all of those details to keep you weather aware. This is OU Nightly.
We're on day 3 of the U.S.-Israeli operation against Iran, and President Trump warns of larger strikes against Iran, possibly spanning for weeks. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Bryn Mead.
And I'm Lyndon Potter. Iran responded with airstrikes against countries hosting U.S. military sites. 3 fighter jets were struck down and 6 Americans have died. Earlier today, the president spoke briefly on Operation Fury. Epic Fury.
But they ignored those warnings and refused to cease their pursuit of nuclear weapons. In addition, the regime's conventional ballistic missile program was growing rapidly and dramatically, and this posed a very clear, colossal threat to America and our forces stationed overseas.
President Trump said the big wave is yet to come in the war with Iran. He also did not rule out sending U.S. troops to Iran if necessary.
And tonight, OU Nightly has team coverage tracking the events and what that means for U.S. citizens. OU Nightly reporter Leah Smith is live from the International Area Studies Building. Farzana Hall with student reactions. Leah.
Bryn, Lyndon, today I spoke with students on campus to get their reactions to the conflict between the United States and Iran. Students tell me that they do not believe that the U.S. had any place taking these attacks on Iran. These reactions come after a weekend of missile and drone strikes caused damage to countries across the Middle East. Videos of the damage went to social media, causing concern to many of these students. We spoke with 2 who tell me they do not agree with the actions taken by the United States.
If I'm being honest, it was just appalling. Like, we are attacking people just without warning. We are putting fear into these people.
I would say not all Americans want you dead. It is just a very loud, vocal minority. The majority of Americans just want peace. We don't want any problems. And just to stay strong.
That there are many people that are stuck in the Middle East in the middle of these conflicts. Reporting live from Farzana Hall, I'm Leah Smith, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Leah. More reactions from Oklahoma state leaders. Senator James Langford tells ABC News we cannot continue to ignore Iran because the situation will only get worse. He says we need to protect all Americans, including the ones not on our soil, and that the problem isn't with the people of Iran, but with the regime. He says the Iranian people need to be able to choose their own leaders and rise up against the regime.
Continuing our coverage of the U.S.-Israeli conflict, Jack Hancock is live in the newsroom. Jack, how could Americans see a change in their price at the pump?
Well, Lyndon, as conflict continues across the Middle East, gas prices are expected to rise. A key route for oil exporting was blocked. Iran warned ships not to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, an area just south of the country. Roughly 20% of the world's oil and gas flows through this channel. According to AAA, the national average for gas today is $2.99 a gallon, which is up around 6 cents from a week ago and 18 cents since January. Gas prices could continue to rise in the coming weeks. Bryn, Lyndon.
Thanks, Jack. Well, Bryn, it was a lot cooler today than it was over the weekend.
Oh, absolutely, Lyndon. Let's check in with OU Nightly meteorologist Dylan Strelka, who's in the studio right now. Dylan, how's the forecast looking for today?
Yeah, Bryn, those temperatures are definitely down from what they were yesterday. You're seeing temperatures ranging 10 to 15 degrees below what they were yesterday. We're in the 60s right now, so still pretty comfortable, but we are going to be seeing those temperatures rebounding by tomorrow as we welcome in that first severe weather risk. We're going to see just a marginal risk right now, but we are watching for some more severe weather risks as we go throughout the rest of the week, so we are going to be watching and tracking that for you, but we're going to be seeing that big time drought relief along with that severe weather chance coming up for the rest of the week. Bryn?
Thanks, Dylan. And following a story we brought you late last week, OU's chapter of the Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity is closing. OU Nightly's Michael Buchanan broke the story and has the latest. Michael, do we know why the house is closing?
Bryn, we do not. The chapter's national headquarters announced the decision late last week. In a statement, they say that its board of directors voted to close the chapter for, quote, not living up to expectations. The university also released a statement late Friday night. They were surprised by the decision. It added that the fraternity was not in consultation with the university in making the decision and that its focus is on student safety and well-being. Just moments ago, I tried to knock on the door and speak with members of SIGEP, but nobody answered. Reporting live from North Greek, Michael Buchanan, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Michael. We're going to continue to follow this story, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Norman police are investigating a report of a shooting. It happened around 10:50 this morning at the 1600 block of Old Farm Road near West Highway 9. We've learned this incident was not a shooting, but a gun was fired off during a fight. One person received minor injuries and declined care.
And coming up on OU Nightly, President Trump awards 3 special people with the Medal of Honor.
And Walmart is paying $100 million in a settlement. Find out why after the break.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
No, no, no. Turn it down. Turn it off. Get a hand. Lose the bells and whistles. Drive without distractions.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
The president holds a ceremony at the White House today, and a shooting in Texas involves a federal investigation. Abigail Nickel has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center. Abigail.
Bryn, today President Trump awarded 3 U.S. Army soldiers with medals of honor. Master Sergeant Roderick Edmonds was recognized for his resistance and leadership as a prisoner in Germany during World War II. Staff Sergeant Michael Aulis was recognized for saving a Polish Army officer's life, and Command Sergeant Major Terry Richardson, who was recognized for saving the lives of 85 service members during the Vietnam War. And in Texas, a shooting in downtown Austin Sunday killed 2 people. Police say 14 others were injured. 3 of those were hospitalized and they are in critical condition. Police say they responded to a gunfire at a popular bar in the 6th Street Entertainment District. They say the suspect fired a gun at bar patrons from inside a car. And students at the University of Texas say the shooting has them worried.
And now it is really like at the front of my mind, if I go out, like, are there going to be further shootings, further attacks?
Investigators say that there is evidence suggesting that the shooting might be connected to terrorism. Federal investigators are assisting local law enforcement. And a federal trial is underway over claims Elon Musk manipulated Twitter's stock price in 2022. Bryn, Lyndon, back to you.
Thanks, Abigail. Back here in Cleveland County, officials say an unidentified woman was struck and killed by an Amtrak train just north of Indian Hills Road. A woman was hit and killed by a train in the area just a few weeks ago, at the railroad crossing off of Tecumseh Road. Now, more police responded to the call around 9 p.m. on Saturday night, saying someone had been hit by a train. Officials say the Amtrak train, which had passengers aboard, have not reported injuries. The investigation is still ongoing.
And earlier today, the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office caught a top 10 most wanted subject. James Darrell McGregor II was wanted since last year in July for domestic assault, battery, and second-degree burglary. You can see the top 10 most wanted list on the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office website.
A major retailer will pay millions of dollars after a driver pay dispute. Megan Howarth has that and more in today's Money Matters.
Walmart will pay $100 million to the Federal Trade Commission, settling a pay dispute. The FTC and 11 states claimed the retailer misled Spark delivery drivers about base pay and tips, saying Walmart falsely claimed that 100% of customer tips go to workers. They are also requiring the chain to apply an earnings verification system for drivers. And good news for spring home buyers, mortgage rates dropped to below 6% for the first time in years. On Thursday, the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate dropped to 5.98% from 6.01% the week before. This is the first time it has been that low since 2022. Paramount Plus and HBO Max will merge into a single streaming platform. This follows Paramount's acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery last Friday. Paramount CEO David Ellison announced the plan during an investor call, but did not reveal a new name or pricing. The merger still requires approval from regulators, which could take several months. And Scream 7 had its biggest opening weekend in the franchise's history, making $64.1 million. Bryn, Lyndon.
Thanks, Megan. And something is brewing on Main Street.
Stick around to find out what new business is coming to downtown Norman.
And don't go anywhere because I'm going to have a full look at the severe weather risk that we have coming up this week after the break.
Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, if your shower can fill a 1-gallon bucket in less than 20 seconds, replace the shower head with a water-efficient one. They are cheap, easy to install, and can save you up to 750 gallons a month. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. We are taking a look at the Highway 9 and Jenkins intersection right now, looking to the south of our campus. It is pretty comfortable out there today with a temperature of about 66 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Overall, the humidity is pretty light out there, 45%, and the winds are staying light out of the east. You're going to notice, though, cooler temperatures up to the north of the metro, down to 54 up there in Guthrie, even 50 over there in Watonga. And as you take a look at the rest of the state, you're going to see a lot of north central Oklahoma is much cooler than us here here in central Oklahoma, 66 there in Norman, but at 48 over there in Enid, where you're seeing a lot more cloud cover and just a bit more humidity up in the northern half of the state. We're seeing that allergy report tree pollen is very high right now, and we're also watching for some mold and weed pollen as well. Definitely going to be some major issues as to why you could be feeling stuffy out there over the next couple of days. Now tonight it's going to be nice and calm, not going to be too crazy. 53 degrees is that low tonight. Not going to be too cool out there, as those temperatures are going to be warming right back up tomorrow as we see our first severe weather risk this week. Now we have a marginal risk. This is a level 1 out of 5. We are mainly watching for some hailstorms. We'll be tracking this for you right here. We're going to be seeing some few storms out there really in the early afternoon hours, not looking for any severe weather right there, but we're watching to track some more additional development later on in the evening into the overnight hours, late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, that we could be seeing that chance for some large hail and even some damaging winds. But we are going to be seeing some more rain chances as we go throughout the rest of the week as well. Wednesday, you're getting up to 60% chance, mainly Wednesday morning, and we're going to see another big chance for rain on Friday into Saturday as well. So of course, we're going to be seeing some severe weather risks as we go throughout the rest of the week with these as well. So our second risk this week is going to be on Wednesday. That's a slight risk out there in southeastern Oklahoma. We're going to be tracking that for you as well. You're going to be seeing those storms really start to get going down there in southeastern Oklahoma Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday evening, and then into Thursday morning, we're going to see those clouds start to clear up as we go throughout the rest of the morning. But then Thursday afternoon, we're going to be seeing another chance for some severe weather out there in southwestern Oklahoma and western Oklahoma, especially over there in western North Texas as well. Now this will shift into central Oklahoma by Friday. This is a day we're really going to be watching here in the Norman and Oklahoma City area. Now this will continue to move off to the southeast as we go throughout the rest of the week, and by Saturday, you're going to see that risk drop down into southern Oklahoma and even North Texas as well. But look at that 7-day forecast. Lots of rain chances for the next 7 days. It's going to be big time drought relief for us here, where we're seeing lots of dry conditions, had lots of fires over the last couple of weeks. So of course, lots of rain is going to be bringing in lots of moisture, but of course we have that severe weather risk for Wednesday and especially Friday as well.
Man, I feel like it's just night and day for Oklahoma with last week and this week.
Yeah, and you know, it was the first day of meteorological spring on March 1st, and I feel like this is a wonderful welcome to spring.
Dylan, how important is this rain for the fire risk we've been having the last 2 weeks?
It's definitely important. You know, the drought is definitely droughting out there. Right. There's no other way to say that. It's dry, so that rain definitely going to be bringing some relief to us here.
Well, thank you, Dylan. A new small business is opening their doors in Norman. Main Street Trading Post is serving coffee and treats today from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. at 424 East Main Street. The full menu and regular hours will be coming soon. And trading out some news for some sports, one OU team recorded their best score this season.
And OU men's basketball looks to close out the season strong on senior night.
All right, one of OU women's basketball players did her best impression to DJ Khaled with another award. Find out who it is and what record she tied. This and more coming up next in sports.
Winter is upon us, and every Oklahoman knows that means unpredictable freezing temperatures. One of the main concerns with freezing temperatures is the damage they can cause to your home or business should they cause your water pipes to freeze over. Older homes, especially those without proper insulation or that have basements or crawl spaces with exposed pipes, are particularly susceptible to this. Here is Rachel Croft, City of Norman Water Treatment Plant Manager, to show you the proper steps you can take to prevent your pipes from freezing.
The good news is you don't need to run a whole lot of water in order to combat freezing from your pipes. Here's how you do it. Another thing that you can do to help is to open your cabinet doors to make sure that warm air throughout your home is getting to your faucet pipes. But you want to make sure to remove any harmful chemicals that any small children or pets could have the ability to reach.
Following these steps can help save money on your water bill and help to conserve Norman's water supply.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I'm Jamin Dawson, and it's time for sports. This weekend was full of success in OU athletics from top to bottom. OU women's basketball finished their regular season Sunday against Mizzou, and the Tigers weren't ready for a round of Reagan Beers. Her 23 points and 10 rebounds led the team to the victory, 84-78, and freshman phenom Aaliyah Chavez tied the record for SEC Freshman of the Week honors, winning her 8th. The 7th-ranked Sooners are projected as a 5th seed in the SEC tournament Friday and the 3 seed in the upcoming NCAA tournament. 5 Sooners will play their last game at the Lloyd Noble Center Tuesday. They will be honored for senior night against the Mizzou Tigers. Porter Moser's team continues to fight as they've won 4 of their last 6 games, beating LSU 83-67 on.
You still got to get up every day and, do your job basically at the end of the day. And that's what we learned here when, things weren't going our way. How do we, continue to fight? Even time when people, outside the locker room looking down on us and, things weren't going good and, everything else, and how to continue to fight and, get the rock off you, as coach would say, and continue to fight every day. And that's what we did.
Nathan Roman secured the highest score in parallel bars, helping the top-ranked OU men's gymnastics team earn the highest box score in the nation, taking down 3rd-ranked Nebraska Saturday.
We had some mistakes, but we had some really good gymnastics that kind of covered that. So I love the way that we're getting better without actually maxing out at this point. I think there's still some room for us to improve as we get closer to the postseason.
OU women's gymnastics held on to their #1 ranking for the 6th week in a row, taking down the number 15 Auburn Tigers at home Friday night. Quarterback John Mateer was a witness to their 2nd SEC regular season title in a row. Their next meet falls on Friday night against Arkansas in Fayetteville. Number 13 Oklahoma baseball won their weekend series against Gonzaga, keeping the Bulldogs in check, winning 14-4 Friday and 11-1 Saturday with the help of this home run from Camden Johnson, his 2nd of the season. Gonzaga's bark soon turned into bite the next game, serving the Sooners just their 2nd loss of the season, winning the finale 7-1 Sunday. Lynn, Brendan?
Thanks, Jamin. Coming up, excavators in Utah uncovered artifacts from over a century ago.
Find out just what the team unearthed up next.
Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here are some water conservation tips you can try. In the kitchen, collect the excess water you use to rinse produce and use it to water houseplants. Also, soak your pots and pans instead of letting the water run while you scrape them. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
Edmond Early Childhood Center evacuated all students and faculty earlier this afternoon. According to Edmond schools, the evacuation was ordered after a construction crew hit a gas line. The school sent out a mass message to parents directing them to pick up their children across the street at Sunset Elementary at the North Loop entrance. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Alyssa. Well, it's Monday and we have a long week ahead of us. Dylan, how's the forecast looking these next 6 days?
Yeah, it's spring officially since we are in March. It is officially meteorological spring, and we are being welcomed with lots of rain. We know it wouldn't be spring in Oklahoma with rain here. We are going to see some severe weather, though. We're seeing lots of rain chances over the next 7 days. You're going to see Wednesday and Thursday, we have that severe weather risk, especially Friday, though, is what we're watching for some potentially significant severe weather here in central Oklahoma. But overall, lots of rain, going to be bringing some drought relief across the state. Lots of us here are going to be seeing lots of rain. And those temperatures are nice and warm, 81 on Tuesday, 72 on Wednesday. We're cooling down just a little bit by Thursday as we have a cold front coming through there, high of 69. But we'll warm right back up to the 70s by this weekend. You'll see that sunshine will be returning by next week.
Thanks, Dylan. Take a look at this. A 150-year-old bottle of booze was unearthed from a buried mining town in Utah.
The archaeologists say the bottle dates back from 1870 to 1890 and that they are unsure if the mystery drink is a beer or sherry.
And how did it taste? A director of distilling in Utah said the bottle had notes of dried fruit and surprisingly held up after 150 years.
Yeah, the excavation team also found a leather mining hat still intact, shot glasses, and bullets from the town. Guys, you couldn't pay me to drink that.
No, not at all. Never.
I'm kind of curious.
Kind of curious, but I'm not curious enough. Dylan, so we showed that forecast. How important is this rain to Oklahoma right now?
Well, as we know, it's very dry out there. There's been lots of wildfires over the last week or so. So lots of rain is definitely going to be bringing lots of moisture. So we're going to be seeing lots of moisture. It's going to be seeing lots of rain, and that's going to help, combat that dryness that we're seeing. The soil out there is very dry, and so when you get that wind and the dryness and the heat, that's all fuel for fire. So when we see that springtime weather come in with the rain, that's big relief for us here in Oklahoma.
Definitely going to have to pack up my flip-flops and resort to the rain boots once again.
Absolutely. You may need an umbrella as well if you're planning to go outside.
You're so right.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for watching OU Nightly. I am Lyndon Potter.
And I'm Bryn Mead. Be sure to watch OU Nightly live weekdays at 4:30. Good night.